All right, in this video, I'll be showcasing my workspace office setup. The reason for that is I've had some questions asked on different aspects of the things that I use, and I also spend a lot of time here. And I've worked at trying to make this a comfortable environment to work in while being extremely productive. So I'll be sharing the tools and elements that I enjoy using, and hopefully it can be inspiring to you. Definitely don't feel like you have to go out and buy them, but if you're interested in anything that I mention here, I will be linking it down below so that you can get some ideas for your office setup, make that more comfortable and productive. So the first item in my workspace that I'd like to share with you is probably not what you'd expect to start out with, and that would be an area rug. This area rug is made by Ottomanson. It's a shag rug about 1 inch thick, and it's a nice blue color, which kind of fits along with my color theme for fellow filmmaker, and also just, I like the color blue. It goes well with the room. Beyond that, it actually serves some practical purposes, such as keeping my feet warm instead of being on the cold, hard floor, and it allows for there to be a sound absorption, since this is where I record my videos, so it helps with any sound reflections that would come from the hard floor as well. So next up, we have an office chair, which obviously is very important. Spend a lot of time sitting down, so it needs to be a comfortable chair, and I've been through about 3 different office chairs in the last year trying to find one that's pretty comfortable. Currently, I've been enjoying the one by Autonomous called the Ergo Chair 2. This chair has a lot of options for adjustability, allowing you to get it to the right size to fit your needs and your comfort level, and especially for some back support. Another thing I enjoy about the chair is that it slides smoothly across any surface, including this shag rug that I have. So all in all, I do enjoy the chair. It's comfortable. I love that it's adjustable and customizable. I can remove the headrest or the armrests if needed. So next up is the most important element to any office setup, and that is the desk. The desk I was using previously was actually really hard for me to be using. Wasn't the right size, it was too tall, it wasn't adjustable, there was nothing about it that was super comfortable. And so recently I upgraded my desk setup to an Autonomous Smart Desk 2 setup. This upgrade has made a world of difference for all that time I spend working at my desk. Because I can adjust the height of this desk, it allows me to get it to the proper level for my height, allowing me to have my feet firmly on the ground and elbows at the correct bend. And then I can also break up the day by standing up, because this is a standing desk. And so being able just to press a button and have that desk lift up nice and smoothly is by far a super helpful and healthy aspect to my office setup. Something specifically I enjoy about this desk is that when it is lifting up, it doesn't shake. There's no shake or wobble to the whole desk, and I'm not worried about my monitor or anything I have on my desktop being shook or fallen off. Another thing I love about the desk is that there's plenty of room on the desktop, and that desktop is really high quality. I chose to go with a customized setting for this desk. I got the premium version, but I got the walnut top with the black frame because it just felt like it went really well with the look that I have for my office, and I was really pleased with the quality of that walnut top. It wasn't cheap. It's actually a really nice desktop. One other aspect to the desk is that there are a lot of wires to them, so having cable management is really helpful. Luckily, it does come with some cable sticky ties. However, they didn't actually stick well, so I ended up buying some other ones that work out real well. I'll link those down below. And then of course, you do have to plug everything in. So I came up with like a Jimmy rigged system for how I do all of my wire management for this desk and for my computer and everything else that I have plugged in for my desk setup. So if you're interested in that, when I do a review on this desk, I will be sure to go over my cable management, so be on a lookout for that video as well. So in summary with the desk, I love everything about it. The only issue was the cables, which I found a quick workaround for that, so no issues there. I love that you can customize it when you go to purchase it on their website. You can choose what color top and what color frame, so that's a really handy piece just to make it feel more like your desk. And I also really enjoy that the touchpad allows you to have 4 programmed height settings, just to make your transitions from one height to the next super easy. So everything about this desk is high quality. I love it, and the fact that it's such an affordable piece is awesome. Now, I was fortunate enough to actually have Autonomous send it to me, so thank you, Autonomous, for doing that. But now let's move on to everything else that's on top of this amazing desk. So on top of this desk, I have a giant mouse pad, which I purchased off of Amazon, and I really enjoy it because it makes it easy to protect the desktop surface while actually keeping my arms from freezing when it's really cold and the desktop gets cold. So it's a nice piece. Obviously it's meant for a mouse and everything like that, but it keeps things clean and scratch free on my desktop. So of course with the mouse pad, I'm using a mouse, and the mouse that I enjoy using is the Logitech MX Master 2S. This is an amazing mouse. It speeds up my workflow and editing by 100%. It's so easy to customize. I love everything about it. I have a whole review on that mouse if you want to check it out. I'll link it down below and at the end of the video. But by far, I highly recommend this mouse because it speeds up productivity and workflow. So next up, we have just the generic keyboard that comes with any iMac that you purchase. Now, personally, I would love to have a keyboard that has the numerical keyboard on there as well. But unfortunately, this falls into my want category rather than my need category, and I don't have a budget for it right now. This one, I've had to actually kind of jimmy rig it a little bit to fit and work with my needs, because the keyboard as it is actually doesn't sit at the proper height or adjustment, and so I needed to kind of fix that. So I ended up purchasing a piece that allows me to get it to the right height, made by ESC Flip Stand. Now, unfortunately, it didn't fix the problem completely, so I actually used some felt pads, cut them in half and stuck them on the other side to get it to a more proper height. So like I said, I'm in the market for finding a keyboard that fits with my needs and something that I like. But like I said, I just don't have a budget right now. So if you guys know any solutions, I'm totally open to hearing that. But with that aside, the next piece would be my 27-inch iMac. Upgrading to this computer was a big need, as what I was working on before was so slow. I wasn't able to get anything done. So I'm so grateful I was able to do that. Now, I do want to let you know that this is something I worked for a really, really long time to save up for. I don't just have a ton of money. I don't make a lot of money doing pretty much everything that I do with filmmaking right now. And so I saved up for a really long time, several years actually, to purchase the iMac. And I'm really grateful I was able to make that happen. It's made a big difference in getting so much more done faster. Now, if you're wanting to know all the specs that I have for this computer, what I upgraded and kind of had put into the computer, I'm gonna put it here on the screen for you, as it's just a lot easier than me rambling off all those numbers and little pieces of specifications. Now, to work with my iMac a little bit more easily, I have this iMac stand made by Satechi. And this has been really helpful because with an iMac, everything for all the ports is on the back of it, and it's just really hard to access them. And so this stand makes it really easy to access ports from the front, headphone jack, SD card, USB, you name it. It's so much more helpful to have it at the front where I can see it and access it quickly. Not only that, it raises my iMac about an inch or so, and that puts it at the perfect height to be able to sit there and have the monitor at eye level, which is the best position to actually have your monitor at. So this stand has been really helpful. It works along with the setup perfectly, no issues whatsoever. So next up would be external hard drives. I use these things all the time and I have a bunch of them, but there are two that I keep on my desktop at all times that I'm constantly working off of and backing up to. First one would be my smaller one, and that's made by SanDisk. It's a 1 terabyte SSD external hard drive. This thing is fast, durable, and it's what I do a lot of my main editing off of. And then I'll back it up onto my Seagate 8 terabyte external hard drive. So these are the two external hard drives that I use all the time. Makes things easy and simple. They're tucked out of the way, so they're not in the way, keeping things minimal and very easy to use. So next up on the desk is a pen organizer doohickey thing that I have. It's something you can pick up pretty much anywhere. And this is just really helpful to have everything at arm's length so that I can reach things quickly, such as cables for external hard drives, scissors, pens. I mean, I have a lot of pens, mostly because I like to color code all of the things that I'm working on and just keep things a little bit more visually interesting and also organized. And speaking of organized, I actually have a planner that I keep on my desk at all times to keep track of events, meetings, deadlines, anything that you can imagine, even my goals. This planner has been amazing. It's the Clever Fox Pro planner, and I purchased it at the beginning of the year, and it not only takes you through the whole year, but allows you to plan out your goals for this year, for 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead. It's a really great way to stay organized, not just with your work, but also with your life goals and just keeping a well-rounded lifestyle. So definitely recommend having a planner. It's been very helpful for me. And so I saved the absolute best for last, and that would be my super classy and very handy headphone holder. Obviously, this headphone holder is just a clamp that you can pick up from the dollar store. It's just something I had lying around, and it was an easy way to keep my headphones accessible and nearby. So yeah, obviously it's not that classy, but hey, you know, it works, and that's what's important. You know, it's just to use what I have, and that's fine with me. Obviously, having a really fancy and cool headphone, you know, holder would be great, but also it's not something that I need. So might as well work with what I have. So yeah, that's the office workspace setup tour, I guess you could call it. Hopefully it's been inspiring and helpful to you. Now, if you have questions about something that I didn't cover very well, go ahead and ask that down below. I will definitely answer and reach out to you. And if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm making content for filmmakers all the time, so you don't want to miss out on that. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.